guys, what's up? It's Jay. We're back finally. Had a few days of a bit of a break. Getting had some stuff I had to go do on the weekend there, but we're back now. Okay, let's see if we can maybe fix this. I mean, like close enough, right? Alright, yeah, so as you can see we have all our equipment loaded up, well, except for the processor, of course, but, because we only have one trailer. Yeah, so I sold all the equipment, or not the equipment, I sold all the land. We're moving up to another cut, block area. I'm thinking we're gonna go for here. This area, and that's because it's rather steep, and there's a lot of really good trees there, and it'll really let us take advantage of the capabilities of the winch there that I modified for the caterpillar. Let's close that. We also replaced our skid steer with a Massey Ferguson one. It's a modded one, of course, by Black Sheep Modding. I also modified. I modified the stump grinder there. I made another version of it, like I did with the winch, except for this one fits on the skid steer, which is nice. So we've got a stump grinder, log, all that stuff, and I released a bunch of other stuff like this semi, and we'll be leasing a log trailer as well once we get things underway after we get everything transported. So most likely I'm just going to be transporting a lot of this and unloading it at the site. So I'm going to kick the timing cell into shape here, and we'll start with the getting the skid steer and all that stuff going. Now I have to be very careful because, of course, things like to slide, and that's no fun. I'll probably time-lapse a lot of this, just because it's yeah, it just is. It is what it is. It's not great. I'm a little paranoid that things are going to fall. I'm not too worried, though, about this particular load. The caterpillar there has proven to be rather slippery, though. As you saw, it was just sitting there and it wanted to slide off, but should be fine for a bit. I loaded that up a while ago. Yeah. So, yeah, I replaced a lot of the equipment that I didn't need, mostly because it was like, well, obviously I didn't need it, but also it saved me a lot of money in the end as well. Example, the Fiat tractor's like 60 grand or something, because the base in-game tractors are a little expensive. I would really like to see almost like an alternate marketplace for like used equipment that comes in a decayed state or something like that doesn't perform as nicely but is cheap. That would I think that would add an interesting strategy dynamic to the game, using older equipment or equipment that's in somewhat of a disrepair to save some money, especially for stuff like this. You could start off with a much lower budget. Alright, we'll get this up to the site, and I'll do a bit of a walk around and show you kind of just what we'll be dealing with. I have a funny feeling that the stump grinder is not really going to be all that useful. At least, only immediately. And then, a little bit later on, it's going to be like, yeah, whatever. You're gonna see why though. It's gonna be quite the the area to deal with. All right. Yeah, it was funny. I was looking at the map, and I'm like, I wanna log on a mountain. I wanna log on some steep areas, and I'm looking around, and then I see it. I see the hairpin turns because I haven't done a full drive around to this map yet entirely. Like I've been to most of them, but I hadn't been to 9 yet. I saw the hairpin turns. I was like, all right, now that's got to be good. And so I drove up here with the Mahindra. Yeah, I bought the Mahindra again because I'm a sucker for that thing. I don't know why. But and yeah, so I drove up here and I did a quick walk around before I started recording this, and it was exactly what I was looking for. Might be a little too steep in some places, but honestly, that's fine. It actually helps because I'll be winching the logs up instead of down. I won't have to cut stumps like I had been doing when I was winching them down off the hill. The logs should just bounce off their own stumps. So that'll save me a lot of time and a lot of tedium. I would like. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's starting to get dark. We started moving stuff a little late, so there's a pretty good chance we'll move a lot of stuff at night. Probably the processor. Yeah, I also leased a loader claw for the Caterpillar, so that's gonna be good. That's in the cards for it. Obviously, the idea is gonna be able to use it to yard the stuff up off the side of the mountain. Drag that all up there, and we'll rock it into the processor and stack it. Alright, and then obviously load it. But we're gonna have to, this is the wrong one. I thought I was in the wrong, what the hell? Oh, fine. Does the truck at least have the, okay, so the fork made it, the log fork for the, okay, well, no, I didn't mean to do that. We'll drive this the rest of the way up, because it just slid right off the back. I guess I could show this off. Yeah, so we got this, the forestry mulcher, the vial belts one, the UM300. I think it's vial belts. Oh, what the? There we go. I really don't like that the skid steers, when they get up to speed, are really finicky on the turning, but it's fine. I've pretty much stopped using my controller now that it's more or less completely busted. So I'm using I use a pair of yaw pedals and 2 flight joysticks. And on my right one, I have, it has yaw control as well. So I use that for turning, and it works great because for this kind of stuff and running the processors and anything big and tracked and slow, it's perfect because we don't have, like, I don't have a set of excavator like pedals that have that rest in the middle as opposed to center, or sorry, that rests center as opposed to back, like yaw pedals do, because the toe brakes on the yaw pedals sit in the back position. If I could, the other thing is that Farming Sim also doesn't support independent track control, because tracks are basically just like I don't know, they're more or less treated as tires by the game, but unless they've changed things in 19, I don't think so though. I think they're still just invisible tires. At least that's how they're treated by the physics engine. Anyways, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. Okay. So like we don't have excavator style controls for foot pedals, although you could probably mod yaw pedals with an extra set of springs or something to get it so that it'll sit neutral as opposed to full up or whatever. And then it would just be a question of putting together I don't know, like a joint key script or something to figure out the right combination, or I don't know. It would be fun to see some games that actually have independent track control for stuff like that. My God, if they ever made another construction simulator, I would hope something like that's available. Gold Rush is one game that comes to mind. I know that on their roadmap they have custom controllers or custom control bindings on the way. Maybe it's like one of the few things that I think hasn't been fully realized for that game. They made some great progress, no doubt, but if they can sort out some of their weird controller issues, I think it would be much more awesome for enthusiasts. Yeah, that's right. Nice thing about this Vulture, by the way, it's got its own set of lights. I like that. Alright, we'll just kind of park this here. Damn, that's so hilarious that it freaking slid off the back. I didn't even notice. Anyways, let's turn this off. Oh, I know what's causing the bump. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think I see what's causing it to shift. I think when you tab around, it messes with things. So that's probably why it slides off when you're sitting away or something. Doing something else, when it loads in, it just goes nope. Alright, looks like we're hauling in the night. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep an eye on my mirrors this time. Make sure the thing hasn't fallen off. Oh boy. I'm a little concerned about the hairpin turns with this flatbed. This flatbed tends to really bottom out, and hairpin turns are always the spot that it does. I've noticed. Although these don't seem as bad, I hope. I think we're dragging that, but if I wanted to, oh, I tabbed away again. Yeah, if I wanted to go 7 kilometers an hour, I'd just drive this thing itself. Walk it in all the way from the mill. My God, that would take forever. You know what, should I just leave the lights on? Yeah, I'll leave the lights on. It'll give us a good indication that things are still there. Oh, that's interesting. Lights don't work in mirrors. Huh. Who'd have thunk it? And we've bottomed out. Really? We've bottomed out on that with a 600, 700 horsepower. There we go. Okay, so the hills, I'm probably going to have to walk the Caterpillar in the rest of the way. That's not fun. The processor shouldn't be too bad. I find that the FDR equipment is way heavier than any of the in-game stuff. It's a little insane. I sort of get why. Because it's like, logs tend to be funky. Especially with lighter equipment, it'll throw it around. But oh my God. Come on. Let's go. And it's fallen off again. I wonder if I can load it sideways and it won't do so bad. I said that, and it's probably just going to be just as bad, isn't it? It's going to, like, tip off. Let's take that. Then we can... We can sort of do this and keep our thumb on it. On the, there. So I just have to watch out for... That might work. I need to not catch the ends of the the tracks on anything. It's probably gonna get caught on a tree or something dumb like that, but that's fine. Not really. What am I saying? I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. This is a crawl. It's still faster than having to drive it if we can keep this pace. Come on. Slow and steady. Oh, I didn't think about the bridges. Okay, no, they're widened. Not this bug. I don't know what that is, what causes that, but it also happens on a bridge in Feldbrook. It's the weirdest thing. I've seen it happen on a couple different ones. Oh no. Why you do this? What's making contact? What's not, Let's see if we can get a little bit of a... jump into this. Just kind of give it a little, no. I don't know why I thought this would be, like, tied down or something. I don't know why I think this is gonna help. It's probably not, but... Get this off the bed there. Get my hands on the controls. This is just a nightmare. What the hell? It's just stuck. Move it back even further. Yeah, it's just stuck now. That's the weirdest thing. I'm flooring it. You know what we're gonna try? I'm gonna use the loader there to just pick up the trailer and move it. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's clipping through the ground or something. I also gotta remember that my tracks are backwards. Then I have to get this reloaded. Ugh. It's so weird. Just keep pushing it then, I guess. I'm thinking it has something to do with the ground. It's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, it must have been caught on something really weird. Alright, we'll take this. We'll try to give it enough room there so we can drive the processor onto it sideways again. That seemed to be the best way. It didn't want to skid around. Oh, this is going to take so much longer than I would like. Alright, almost there. It's actually not too far. We're almost at the turnoff for the where we're gonna be turning up to go to up the hill. Alright, we're gonna do that. I want to square up to the back there. If only FS had proper flatbed physics, this would not be an issue. Anyways, that should do it. Turn on the lights. I say should. It's probably not the first time, or not the last time we're gonna have to do that. But hopefully, if I just keep it floored. Nope. God damn it. Good. Nope. Nope. This game is gonna it's gonna kill me here. I'm thinking I might just have to lock it in the rest of the way. If that's the case, I'm just gonna I don't know. Can we like push it off the ground? Can we do some weird physics stuff? Can I like push the back? No, they actually properly did that. Thank God. You know what? I'm gonna walk it in the rest of the way, and I'll go back for the processor, which shouldn't be as much of a nightmare, but you know, Anyways, I'm gonna cut the recording there. You know what? No, I won't cut the recording. I was thinking, I'll just cut the recording for saving disk space, but who knows? Why am I looking sideways? Oh, why is this back? Oh, I have to grab that as well. Okay, well, we'll grab it when we grab the processor. Alright. Time for a time lapse. God damn it. Only things went well the first time. Alright, so we're back. We got that done. I started thinking about how we're going to get the trailer turned around. And I think I'm just going to drive it up here and turn it around. It shouldn't be too bad. It'll also let me unload the Yugger attachment there. Hopefully, I don't drop it like an idiot when driving, because that would suck. So we're just gonna jump on you. And then we'll go back and pick up the processor. And hopefully, we'll be ready to go for, we'll have everything set up and ready to go for next day. Yeah, I'm sorry there's not a lot of logging, but like this kind of stuff has to be done. I could cut out a lot of it, but that's not really the idea behind this. I like having kind of the more uncut stuff, the everything and anything. Yeah, alright. This will also be a good practice run for when we have the processor. We can figure out where the trouble spots are for the unloaded equipment here. Alright. It's not too bad. I could probably go faster, but I don't really want to. I think I'll keep it to 30 on these roads. There we go. It's funny because I'm starting to remember the fact that there is an actual flatbed for the FDR equipment that doesn't suck. And that kind of makes me feel like an idiot. Oh no, I took that too sharp. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Excellent. Nah, yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's do that. Yeah, so part of this is going to be having to figure out, like, how we're going to get this set up so we can load nicely. But it looks like the turning circle with the trailer isn't too bad, so that's fine. Alright, jump over to the cat here. Is that not bound? Whatever. I thought I had attach bound to the joystick, but fine, whatever. Some lights here. And then I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to reset the equipment because I don't want to drive back. That down. Actually, we don't even do that. Alright, reset. No, not return. That would be the wrong one. Alright, we'll get this loaded up, which is actually nice that that thing is treated as two pieces by the game. At least for, like, reset and all that stuff. This going. Come on. Should be fine, right? Yeah. Well, that's blinding. No, I'm gonna raise that more. We're gonna. This is the fact that we don't need to turn that on. I'm actually so happy that's the thing. Oh, don't do this to me, game. Don't tell me I have to unload it. This. That's a little extra distance. Alright. We're finally on our way. Last bit. Last piece. That'll be. Finally. Oh my god. I'm going to admit, this is usually a very frustrating process for me, and I almost gave up on this when I was driving that, when I had to drive that freaky Caterpillar up the mountainside there. That sigh literally just said it. Said it all. Just, Anyways, we're finally on the way. Things are going sort of. I just need not to screw up. And I need to make sure to take my corners wide enough that I don't catch on anything stupid. Especially on those hairpins. Almost 4 a.m. in game. Ooh, yeah, I took that a little too tight. So I'm thinking I'm gonna probably go with, I might go with short logs, but I'm thinking long logs might actually be a better idea overall. I have to really get a good idea of the trees and what we got going on. On the big stuff I'll probably cut in the long, but the short stuff, obviously, gonna be shorts. Alright, see. Yeah, this processor is nowhere near as heavy as that Caterpillar. Not that I expected it to be, but just, yeah, wow. I almost kind of wonder, I might do a bit of an experiment to see if I, can get the caterpillars and stuff down to the right, we slide off when I bounced. Yeah, I took that just a wee bit too fast. I shouldn't have been so aggressive with that. Alright, that was the wrong one. I just kind of, this isn't so bad. We can just reverse it, or not reverse, move forward and back with the processor. It should be fine. And this thing has plenty of lights, which makes it life easy. There. That's not what I wanted to turn on. Oh, come on, get unstuck. There we go. I'm also so glad that friggin' Giants fixed the bug with the lights. You used to be only able to turn the lights on and off when the vehicle was on. So if you turned the vehicle off with the lights on, you had to turn it back on and turn them off again. And it was like, what? Oh, I just get a run at this. Need it all. This won't be so bad if I have to walk this one up. Just because the processor's a little faster. Once we get over this little lump there. Lump. Lump. I don't know. Anyways. Moving right along. It's 3:30 a.m. Don't take anything I say seriously. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, we might have to walk the processor in the rest of the way. That is not so bad. It doesn't have a great max speed, but it's better than the Caterpillar there. I think it's like top speeds, like 23 kilometers an hour maybe. I don't know. I know the other ones, like I think the Scorpion is like 15, which is weird. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure it's actually fast. It's supposed to be faster than that. Turning seems to help. Come on. And you know what I just realized? I think there's road tires. It's probably like why we're having so much difficulty. Oh damn. Oh well. Alright, so we'll get this unloaded. And then we'll... Next episode, we'll set up and get things a-rolling. Do some cutting and winching and maybe even a little bit of processing. Who knows? Depends on how much we can get. Did it fall off? I don't think it did. It's just being weird. Although this is really steep. It might be faster to just walk this in from here. Oh no, we got a straightaway. We're good. So it's just those corners. They're kind of a nightmare. Yeah, there we go. If we can hit these with some speed, we should be able to get through the worst of it. There we go. Shouldn't be too bad coming down this with a load of logs. I'll probably switch to oh no, one of the other semi trucks. Something that's probably a little more appropriate for a job like this. Come on. We're almost in the last stretch here. I'm going to take this one as wide as I can. Should help. Oh my god, I just realized how steep this was. It's weird because it's like, with these third-person camera angles and these orbital camera angles, you just really don't get a feel for how steep things are. Like, even the road's slanted, but when you're like this, you're like, nah, this is mostly flat, right? Right? Come on. There we go. That's it. We're there. And just as the sun comes up, so it took us all night, but we got all our equipment up there. And we can set up and get ready to go. Alright, so, if you want to see more of this, especially if you're here for logging, make sure to subscribe and follow and like and all that wonderful stuff. Don't forget to check out my Twitch. I try to stream daily. Currently, I've been streaming Minecraft Classic app, so if you're into that, make sure to come around noon, 1 p.m. kind of thing, Eastern Standard. Hopefully, I'll be awake. I'm still getting my sleep schedule sorted out after vacation-ish. And, yeah. See you next time. Have a good one.